Hi, my name is Dameion Brown, and I'm a Shakespearean actor. My introduction to the Shakespeare in Prison program came from a memo that had been posted in front of the water fountain. I had never had any interest in Shakespeare's plays or acting at all, but I knew that there were probably some people that would like to be a part of it, but would not sign the list if there were not reputable people who had previously signed it. So I signed the list. After signing the list, a couple days later, I saw that it was completely filled out, and we received passes maybe 2 or 3 weeks later to attend the class. I had no intention of attending the class. A friend of mine had approached my bed area and asked me to come with him. Told him I wasn't coming, but he stayed and harassed me a little bit. So I told him that I would walk with him to the class, but I was not going in. By the time we reached the classroom, we were late. And that meant that we were out of bounds, which meant that we could receive infractions. So waiting at that moment, I saw a guard approaching us. And this particular guard was well known for writing people up. So I said, well, I got myself into this. And by the time he got halfway there, Leslie Courier opened the door. And so the decision was made for me at that point to go inside to avoid the infraction. Upon entering, I saw the dynamic of the group. There were many different gang members, lots of time these men had served in prison, and there was a lot of bad blood in that room. I looked to see who was hosting that class, and I saw a very small framed white woman who I was absolutely certain knew nothing about gang culture or prison culture. So I felt that the group didn't stand a chance. But she had some exercises, some ideas. And when she asked us to do things such as make bird sounds to break the ice, I thought that was the most ridiculous thing that I had heard. No one wanted to drop their mask long enough to do that, but I did. And when I did it, everybody started laughing at me. But in the moment of them laughing at me, the men who were enemies in that room were looking into the light of one another's eyes, laughing, something that they had never experienced in their time of being around one another with frowns and mean mugs all the time. I always believed that that was the first chink in the armor of the mask. There were several exercises that we got involved with after that, and each of them was crafted to draw us closer and closer together. By the time we had spent 3 months doing these exercises, people had started to receive positive feedback from doing something that they had never tried to do before, which was very encouraging. Leslie had a very reassuring style, and it made people comfortable, and it made people confident. And for the first time, many of us there saw that we could achieve something new. So we rallied around the idea of being able to complete this performance, and we did that. And the drawing near to one another that happened as a result of all the different exercises that we went through in this 8-month process. With men who were enemies and who were gang members, I can honestly tell you that every member of the class that I was in at the finishing, by the completion of this performance, they had all dropped out of their gangs. They were friends, and they were Shakespearean actors after that. And I thought that was a very beautiful thing. So I'm very convinced about the transformative power of art, especially theater, whereby it allows you to speak a narrative. Again, my name is Dameion Brown. I spent 23 years in prison. I'm a Shakespearean actor, and I am now artist in resident at Marin Shakespeare Company.